is always the determinant.
Purely enhance the understanding, decision making and policy making.
In respect of how it has impact on any liberalization of trade between countries in that regard. So the part one again that you will have a very successful note address. Mahmood, Director Trading Services Division, World Trade Office.
Today, I am pleased to address you on the timely topic of international trade in services. Data indicates that there has been a significant growth in recent years in export services, especially among development countries. Trade in services has been growing significantly as a result of reduced travel costs and modern information and communications. 10 years ago, 11% of world GDP was trade in services, and by 2014 it has increased to 13.2%. Many of the economic data indicate that the service sector has considerable potential to the economies of developing countries and an economic growth driver. The importance of having a competitive service industry that reduces the cost of production has not been maximized to a greater extent, especially in South Asia. Global Value Chain (GVC) studies show that the role of services in international trade is not clearly shown in data or statistics. At the same time, we are witnessing historic developments taking place in global economic regions. We all now know that the citizens of United Kingdom, UK, have voted to leave the European Union in their Brexit vote. In this background, we need to look at our present trade with UK and European Union. Almost 1/3 of our total export to the world went to European Union in 2015. The export value to Europe in 2015 was $3 billion. This $3 billion includes 2015 exports to UK as well, which is $1 billion. In that, 33% of our total export to EU in 2015 went to United Kingdom. I am pleased to say that since 2010, our exports to UK have grown by 17% by 2015 to total at least $1 billion value. 80% of our export to UK in 2015 were apparel, followed by footwear and Ceylon tea. When we remove UK export numbers in 2015, total export to EU are still at a significant $2 billion. Even if the actual separation Brexit will take place 2 years after activation of Article 50, we need to understand that Brexit is a new door that has opened, but unlike many other trade doors, we do not know where this door will lead to. On the other hand, both UK and EU are valuable trade partners to Sri Lanka. Not only in trade, both UK and EU support us in great many ways and historic friends of Sri Lanka, for which we are always thankful. Therefore, we keenly look forward to expand our trade with both these markets. In fact, we shall look forward to strengthen bilateral trade as well as the multiple ways of cooperation with both UK and EU in future. The new changes bring opportunities for us as well. It gives an opening for Sri Lanka to go for a one-to-one trade agreement with UK. I have no doubt that such an agreement will enhance the trade reform vision of the unity government of His Excellency the President Maithripala Sirisena and Honorable Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Coming back to trade in services, you agree Sri Lanka is an island economy with small resources and material. Our development efforts are more viable through our services sector. I believe that we have embarked towards that direction too. The services contribution to the GDP has increased from 54% in 2011 to 59% by 2015. The employment in services sector has also increased from 41% in 2006 to 45% in 2014. I believe, therefore, this workshop is a timely event and urge the participants to get the best out of it. Workshops such as these will also strengthen our private sector stakeholders to effectively engage in policy dialogue in areas of trade and services and the future trade agreements. There have been some criticism about our government's international trade focus and efforts to expand current trade agreements. We have observed that some of these criticism do not have sufficient information and knowledge of the practice of the trade in services and its modern use. Therefore, participation of the private sector at this workshop is very important for them, as well as once we understand the need for expansion, we can see the way forward. In conclusion, I take this opportunity to thank the Director General of Commerce and her team for having taken this initiative at this time. Also, the Chairman of the BCIS for partnering this event and all stakeholders who have supported this important session. Finally, wishing great success for this session also. I wish you a pleasant day. Thank you.
And I see the challenges facing the government and policymakers in today's modern world. And I feel wholeheartedly that there are really serious challenges that require a lot of compromises, a lot of effort, some hard decisions to be taken by policymakers, looking at the long-term implications as opposed to the short-term implications of decisions, trying to avoid having short-term gain that produces long-term, is always the determinant